Body cam video of a man with disabilities physically removed from a car and taken to the ground by Chesterfield police.
Fox 2 investigator Mitch McCoy is here now with the exclusive video you will see only on Fox 2. Mitch.
Mandy, Shirley, good evening. Good evening to you as well. This is a still image right here from that body cam video. It's the moment the officer went hands-on with the man. The video has been described by law enforcement experts as heartbreaking, but not necessarily excessive force, and some may find it difficult to watch.
The red jersey is better or the white jersey?
Sometimes it takes playing in a different world to escape reality. Football is Israel Jones, or Izzy's, favorite video game.
Izzy is a free spirit. He loves his games.
Izzy's life changed when he was 3 after a traumatic brain injury. Donna Jackson is Izzy's aunt and legal guardian.
Israel has gone through so much in his life.
She's in disbelief over Izzy's reality on March 2nd.
I see police brutality.
Chesterfield police were called to Chesterfield Mall about a woman being punched in the face. 911 callers reported Izzy as a possible suspect and directed the officer to the car Izzy was in.
Step out of the vehicle. Let me see your hands.
As Izzy puts his left foot out,
Got anything on you?
the officer, who Fox 2 is not identifying, reports Izzy tensed up. But Izzy's aunt says his right foot jammed because of a splint in the bottom of his shoe.
What's going on? You all right? Relax, buddy.
Izzy's caretakers, who were inside the mall during the first 90 seconds, stepped in, telling police he did nothing wrong and may have been the victim to an assault.
Hey, relax.
The group had been visiting the mall as part of a day program that helps people with disabilities. The caretakers told the officer Izzy had a disability and to get off of him.
She just assaulted somebody, okay?
No, he didn't. She assaulted him.
Okay.
Backup officers were asked to expedite, meaning lights and sirens. That's when a second officer arrives.
Let's get off of him. I will get him up.
If Israel had been Caucasian, he wouldn't have been treated that way.
I'm very critical of the police.
Timothy Maher is a professor of criminal justice at the University of Missouri St. Louis. He's also a former police officer and has spent decades researching police-related issues.
I don't believe the force used by the officer was excessive.
Maher believes, based off what officers knew at the time, no lines were crossed. Of the 2 emergency calls made, the second caller repeatedly told 911 Izzy has a disability, but that does not appear to be relayed to officers.
Yeah, the guy's getting ready to get in the car. I think he's handicapped, but he punched another handicapped girl in the face.
Okay, I'm going to start putting that in.
And he's getting in his car. He's getting in his car.
Like? Give me a description on
him. He's black, he's short, and he's handicapped.
If those details were shared to responding officers, Maher says the police may have approached Izzy differently. But Maher says people with disabilities can still pose a danger.
The officer would have been looking more for signs, perhaps of physical disability or mental disability, and perhaps would have proceeded differently.
He would have been more aware of his physical ability to get up.
Izzy's family wants Chesterfield police to review how officers interact with people with disabilities.
Because Israel has a plate in his right hand, and the right hand had suffered a contusion from that officer handling him so brutally.
They want changes to how and what information is relayed to officers, so this never happens again.
He used to look positively on policemen, that they help people. But when they hurt him, it changed his way of thinking.
St. Louis County Police handled 911 calls and dispatching. A spokeswoman says the dispatcher followed policy and the information that was necessary was given to responding officers. Izzy's family hired an attorney, which is how we obtained the body cam footage. Chesterfield PD did not respond to our request for a comment.